To quote another man steeped in the criminal mindset, the musician Master P, the question may boil down to, is there heaven for a gangsta? Gangsta. Gangsta. Is there heaven for a gangsta? Gangsta. Gangsta. The people that are most incriminating to Donald Trump are his own former top people, Manafort and Michael Cohen. And Maya, I am reminded of something Lil Wayne cautioned about the danger of cooperating witnesses on your own side when he said, your own people could be them people, even glasses can't help you see them people. And this comes at a time when the president is very upset about his own people flipping on it. Now, Trump can keep claiming that his career hasn't been, as he put it, easy, or to paraphrase 3-6 Mafia, that it's hard out here for a con man when trying to get this money for the rent, for the Cadillacs, and the gas money spent.
The key to, I think, understanding this whole thing.
Right, so the feds are all over it. So, to quote Sean Carter, feds still lurking, somewhere in America, Miley Cyrus still twerking. And the feds have been lurking around all of this. Chris Hayes, always a pleasure to have you. Tonight, is there anything he wanted that he didn't get out of Manafort, or is this a complete fold?
This is a complete fold. You can't read it any other way. And I thought about you tonight, Ari, and I thought about Vince Staples. It's about hot as 6,500 degrees in the White House right now as a result of this. So
even in a partisan town like Washington, Woodward has long benefited from a Dr. Dre level of Teflon. And to paraphrase Snoop Doggy Dogg's famous proverb, you try to check this reporter, you better check yourself, because when you diss Bob, you diss yourself. You mentioned the federal guidelines. That's something people talk about in the street. Yeah. It's something lawyers talk about. A lot of people may not know this, so I'm going to quote 50 to 50, if that's okay. In one of your older songs, I'm a Hustler, you said, when the feds come in the game, loyalty's limited. With the feds, you do 85% of your time. Duke, you get 10, you'll damn near do 9. And this is from the federal guidelines themselves that you're quoting. All federal prisoners must spend a minimum of 85% of their sentences behind bars before becoming eligible for release.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like I'm telling the truth because I'm using the slang and the hip-hop energy there, but it's a fact.
Well, Tim, since we're all quoting, and that was about lies, there is a saying in hip-hop that also exists beyond hip-hop, that men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Right. And yet Paul Manafort, if he has anything in common with Donald Trump, it's in an area that you've reported extensively on, which earned you that lawsuit, which is lying about money.
I'm ready to speak. I'm ready to talk.
Right. Well, you're saying Cameron said no snitching. Yeah. I think it was Kanye who said I got a lawyer to keep what's in my safe safe. And tonight we're learning what is in Michael Cohen's safe is not safe anymore. I do struggle. I struggle to even understand what we're doing. And so I reach for the poet Method Man who said, is it real, son? Tell me if it's real, son. Is it really real, son?
I thought you were going to reference the Tekashi 6ix9ine YG beef right now, but you went deeper for me.
And the answer was, this is how they do it. This is the Trump administration at its best.
This is how we do it. A little Montel Jordan there.
I didn't like him that much before. Now I love him. I'll never...
A little bit of an old school Jay-Z attitude there, either love me or leave me alone. Donald Trump loving the love. Of course, Rich, this goes to the famous saying, what's beef? Beef is when you need 2 tweets to go to sleep. Right. This is what they want, as we've known about many of Trump's flamboyant aides for some time. Some of them want to use you, but some of them want to get used by you. I'm reminded of something Canadian philosopher Aubrey Drake Graham once said. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy.
They believe in whatever he has to say, even though we know it isn't true.
Yeah, well said. I'm just his echo, like his second man,
It's called a hype man.
What is that? You know this stuff.
If you repeat the end of his bar, you're his hype man.
You said laying a mattress? Sorry, that's an old prosecutor term. That's just, laying it down for something that's going to happen later. Because Travis Scott always says, better bring a mattress if you're sleeping on me. To put it another way, you can drop all the diss records you want, but when people get up and dance at the club, it's usually for a good song, not just a diss track. Ask Pusha T.
I appreciate you coming on the beat, and I mean it. We'd love to have you on Fallback Friday as well. Thank you.
Anytime. I got my rap quotes ready for you, Ari. If you don't know, now you know.
If you don't know, now you know. A little Brooklyn Biggie Smalls. Thank you, Rosie.
There you go.
Now, what the defendants in this case were trying to do was to use 50 Cent's line. They were get rich or die trying. And now we get to go back and have our day in court.
Christopher, as an improv artist, I never knew how painful it was to watch a lawyer try to jam hip-hop into unrelated segments until watching Daniel. I feel like I'm looking in a mirror and my self-esteem is dropping. No offense.